I don't have an
Hello.
intro. Sorry. Some people have an intro. I don't have an intro. This is my intro. Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Hello, hello. Hello, hello. Yeah. So welcome everybody. We're just getting here, but I am so happy to have Ritchie with me from Longman in the UK. So thank you for being
Hello.
here, Ritchie.
Thank you, Ali. I'm so excited to be here. Spend more
Thank you.
time with you. It's been too
Thank
long
you.
since we did it last time. So
It has. It's been quite a while. And so I'm really happy to be back and I'm happy to be with you. And we're going to do the James Lipton questions here today, like we did with the others. And they're kind of fun. So if anybody doesn't know what they are, hi, Marlene, and hi, Craig Dixon. Thanks for being here. So back in the 90s or the 00s, perhaps, James Lipton was a guy that had a show on Bravo in the United States called Inside the Actor's Studio. He brought in lots of different people and they would talk about, their work they did in the theater and in movies and stuff. And then at the very end, just before the end, he would ask them a series of 10 questions. And everybody would get a real insight into sort of what kind of things people thought about and felt. And so it's been so much fun for me. And so I wanted to make sure to ask my friend Ritchie to come on and answer the questions. And then we'll do some readings. So how about that?
perfect.
How about that?
I'm looking forward to it.
Thank you. I'm sending out love to everybody, especially in California, because they had not only a hurricane, but an earthquake and tornadoes.
Absolutely.
It's not nice to fool Mother Nature, you know. And then in BC, Canada, bad wildfires going on. And in Yellowknife, which is way up the top of Yukon territory, they've had them. And of course, Maui. And you haven't had the best weather in the UK as well. You've had a lot.
We haven't, but nothing compared to what else is going on. Europe had a huge heat wave a few months ago, which was it, and they had wildfires and a lot of the Greek islands and everything like that. So yes, although our weather's not been brilliant, we haven't had to deal with huge temperatures and things like that.
Okay. Well, but we have to take climate change more seriously. That's just the gist of it, really. And it's everybody has to do it. But so I want to say hello to Marlene and Sonia, Michelle. Hi, Sherry. And Gina in the UK is here. Yay, Rossi. And Gerald's here. Yay, Gerald.
Hi, Gerald.
Yay. Thanks, everybody, for being here this morning with us, or actually 8 p.m. UK time. Michelle wonders if Slovenia is still flooded. Do you know?
I don't know. I have a friend from there who about 2 weeks ago, she lives in the UK, but 2 weeks ago she sent all the pictures through of the floods, but I haven't had an update yet, so I'm not sure. But they'll probably have a big clearing up.
Just been a lot of flooding. Yeah, everywhere. A lot of people that, like, even in California, it never, of course, there's a song, It Never Rains in Southern California, but when it does, wow, it pours. Yep, absolutely. Yep. All right. Well, welcome, everybody. We're glad you're with us. So if you have questions that you want to ask when we're done with the James Lipton, put them in the chat, and we'll do some readings this afternoon. I haven't been on with Ritchie since, God, maybe last year. It was Christmas time.
Yeah. I had a Christmas hat on. I remember that, and a jumper.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. So it's been over 6 months. It's been 8 months. Wow.
Yeah.
Hi, KK. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. All right, Ritchie. So here we go. The first question is, what is your favorite word? And it can be any word that you'd like it to be.
I used this the other day with Gerald, actually. I told him what my favorite word is. It's a really difficult word to spell, but it's zhuzh.
Zhuzh?
Zhuzh, yeah.
And what does it mean? Do you know?
It means to kind of make something look better, pretty things up. Kind of
judge it up? Like judge it up?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, well,
so
you just taught me a new word.
Okay. I can never remember how to spell it, though. I think it begins with a T and it's got a Z and a J in there. I can never remember the order it goes in. So
Okay. Yes, Gina says that's a great one. I've not heard that one at all.
I used to work in a bookshop, and quite often we'd just go, I'm just going to go and judge the displays and stuff like that. I'm standing books up and dusting things.
I love the word succotash. And I love the way that Daffy Duck says it, because he used to say, suffering succotash.
Love it.
Oh, you get in and your teeth get all, you have to have your teeth and lips and mouth and the same thing. Okay, so you have to have a least favorite word. So what would that be?
Ooh, a least favorite word, one that I don't like using. Detention.
Oh.
Now I'm saying that
Gerald's a teacher. I mean, Richie's a teacher, so
But actually, I don't like all forms of that word, however it can be used. And unfortunately, it can be used in the press and media in different ways when it's not actually the word that they mean, but it tends to be. I use it at work. Detention, and you can see the bottom lip trembling on the child, and that upsets me.
You have to. It's almost a detention for you, right?
Yes.
Not for them. It would be good if they left when they were supposed to. Now you got to stay, so it's your detention.
Yeah, exactly.
I get it. So Gerald spelled this TSZUJ.
There you go.
TSC.
It's worth a lot in Scrabble, that word, if you get stuck.
I've got to write that word down for Scrabble. Thank you. My daughter always has the better word, And,
I'm rubbish at Scrabble.
Hi, Mary Thornberry. It's good to see you. Okay, so Richie, what excites you?
What excites me? I would say, it used to be holidays and all that, but actually now as I'm getting older, it's having a life that is something that I feel happy with. So, for example, yesterday I was able to go. It's a beautiful day. The sun was shining, and just to get outside, get away from people. And I went and picked blackberries because I'm making some blackberry gin for Christmas. And it was just lovely just to have some music on my phone, listening to, and that peace and that being grounded, and that excites me more than flash cars and expensive holidays.
I get you. I totally get you. There's been a lot of people when they're on their deathbed or, near to it, that they've asked what day meant the most to you. And it was always something like that, Richie. It was never like my wedding day or my child's birthday, or it was like sitting outside in the sun on my face or picking blackberries or whatever. And I love that, because that is peace of mind, Richie. That is peace of mind.
So mindful, and it's so good for us. And I realized the benefits of this over several years. Excuse me. And so it's something I do try to do. And I do try and get outside, regardless of what the weather's up to, at least for 10 minutes every day.
Oh, that's
hopefully
wonderful.
A lot more than that. So
yeah. No. And when it's today, we had a lot of smoke coming down from British Columbia here in Seattle area. And today I went outside and it's gone. And the sky is just the most beautiful blue. And it's nice out. It's like 70 degrees. And so, it makes you happy to be alive. It's like you go outside and you go, oh, wow, I'm alive.
It's like those days when, you've had a terrific thunderstorm overnight. And then the next morning you wake up and the blue sky, it feels like everything's been washed clean, doesn't it? And it does. It's a feeling you can't bottle and you can't explain. Right. And it's just wonderful.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. Yeah. So Gerald said, did you say blackberry gin?
Yes, sir, I did. Yes, I did.
I thought you said jam. Oh, that's awesome. You can make it.
Blackberry gin. I know.
Oh, wow. Have you made it before?
No, this is my first year at it. So it's really simple. It's blackberries, sugar, and gin. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. It's just going to have the blackberry taste. It's going to have the blackberry taste.
Yeah, I quite like that bitterness with it as well. You get that sweet and quite sharp as well. So,
that's awesome. I've learned 2 new things today. Thank you. I didn't know you could make that kind of thing. So that's cool. So Richie, what turns you off?
Oh, rudeness.
Yep.
And it doesn't have to be somebody physically having a go in my face. It's rudeness as in people not being considerate to other people just in a day-to-day thing. So
understood.
it's kind of like you're walking a few paces behind someone and they get their phone out and they stop dead and you have to either
slam into them.
Walk into them, and then they turn around and cut at you like you've done something wrong. Do you know? And it's just that inconsideration to the other people that are around you. And I try to always make sure that I'm aware of everyone around me and that I'm not in anyone's way or something like that.
Yeah, me too. Yep.
So,
as a matter of fact, when I grew up, if you cut, like if I was walking down a grocery aisle and someone was stopped there looking and I needed to get something in front of them, I always said, excuse me and thank you, you know, but I've had people just walk right in front of me and grab something. And it's like, really? I don't understand. It's just not consideration.
It's even more aggressive than that sometimes. It's could you move? Someone says.
Yes. Yes.
You know. Yeah. And I was brought up to say, you know, manners didn't cost anything. I often hold doors open for people. And actually, quite a lot of people walk through and don't say anything. And I just shout, oh, you're very welcome. You know,
I've done that, Richie. I've done that. I did. I held the door for this lady and her daughter. And they said, they walked through. I said, like the Queen of England. Isn't that funny? And they said nothing to me. And I said, you're welcome. I did. I was mad.
But it's just that little thing, isn't it? And
she was teaching her daughter to be just as rude as she was, is what it was.
That's the problem, I think, when there's several generations and you can just see how,
Absolutely. Kelly's here. Kelly's here at Mamas and Hypnicity. We've had a few people come in. Carolyn Booker, thanks for being here, everybody. And Kelly, I'm glad to see you, honey. So we were just talking about you being on, Ritchie being on with you. And so we're all happy to have Ritchie back. All right. So what sound or noise do you love?
Oh. So I live right by the coast, so I do love the waves, the noise of the waves. And I'm also very lucky because it's not like a sandy tropical beach. It's stony, but there's also quite a lot of vegetation and trees and cliffs around. So not only do you get the waves, you get birds, and not necessarily just seagulls, but we've got buzzards around here that make a lovely high pitch. You've got the other birds. Plus, just to sell this a bit more, there's a lot of natural water that comes through the cliffs. So they make like waterfall noises. So you've got the sea, you've got running water and bird song. And I think I don't need to take a meditation, cassette or CD.
No, you just need to go sit down for a while. Yeah.
That one does it for me. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Are there areas that you could go in the water or not near you?
There is. I'm not a particularly good swimmer. And rather sadly, there's quite a lot of pollution in the seas around here at the moment for various reasons. Yeah. And it's the English Channel, so it is also incredibly cold. So it has to take a long time to warm up. So
When I lived on the East Coast, the Atlantic Ocean is like 40 or 50 degrees, and out here, of course, in the Pacific, it's not that cold. But we used to go in the summer. It would be high August, and it was still freezing cold. Your feet would almost fall off. So I understand.
I think I went in last year. We had a really hot summer last year, and I did go in. And it's about this time of the year, it's probably better to go in because it's had a chance to heat up. But I'm not one of these crazy people that will go in every day of the year.
Yeah, no, but you could if you wanted to. Yeah, I get it. Carolyn says she loves the sound of a small baby giggling. That's a great sound too, Carolyn. It is. Hi, Peaceful, Easy Feeling. We're glad you stopped in. Yeah. All right. So what sound do you hate or not like at all?
Oh, I think I hate. Oh, there's quite a few sounds I hate. Um, I hate the sound of things like scaffolding being put up.
Oh, okay.
And or drilling or someone but it's only at times when I'm kind of at home or resting. You know what I mean? So you just relax just a bit. I love reading, but my concentration goes when I'm reading. I need to have almost complete silence. Sure. And guarantee, because I live on quite a busy road, somebody along somewhere will be having scaffolding put up. And it's that clanging noise.
Clanging noise.
Yeah.
It's funny. Well, repetitive noise, and then when it stops, you go, oh. Yeah. I've had that with repetitive noise, and I don't even realize that I'm kind of tensed up until it stops, and then I'm like, oh my God. So I understand. And drilling, every time I hear drilling, it reminds me of the dentist drilling, and my teeth start to hurt, you know, so I do get it. Yep. Yeah. Oh no, Kelly, she's got currently chainsawing trees down. So sorry. Ooh, that's awful. And hypnosis, metal on metal.
Metal on metal is a horrible combination. Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Wow. Okay, here we go. What's your favorite curse word? What's your favorite curse word? My
curse word?
Favorite curse word?
I'm allowed to say it. It's quite rude.
You're allowed to say it.
Bollocks.
And that isn't even a curse word here in the States. So bollocks is wonderful. You know what's really funny is the word C-U-N-T. Ricky Gervais says it all the time. And here in the United States, it's like the most offensive word for people. But in England or the UK, it doesn't seem to be that bad, because don't men call men that and other things?
No, it is really offensive words.
Oh, it is really offensive. Okay.
Really I have to be honest, that's probably one of my favorite swear words. It's a bit like, I don't know, it's a bit like sort of having a grenade and chucking it into a conversation and walking away from it, because not many people, well, the people that I mix with would possibly use it. So they know that when I use it for effect.
Yes.
And I think that's probably what Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais just lets it fly, because I really love Ricky Gervais. I know he's very offensive to a lot of people, but for some reason I just love him, and I think he's brilliant. But he says bollocks all the time, and he says
I do say the B word quite a lot. It's probably, I mean, I don't know what it is like in the States, but the B word over here, it's a bit like, you know, it's not a really...
Well, doesn't it mean balls, men's genitals?
It would do, but you'd say it, sorry, if I drop something on the floor, oh, bollocks, like that.
Yeah. But, you know, for those of you who don't know this really cracked me up. I was sitting in a what do you call it? Like an event where people were talking, and there was a girl next to me, and she was from England or the UK. And I had a magazine, and it said how to firm your fanny in 4 days or 4 weeks or something. And she said, oh my, how do you do that? And the word fanny over in England means the front part of us.
It does,
and not the back part of us. And so I just love that. But I mean, something about it just makes me smile, because, you know, people probably go over there and said, oh, my fanny's so sore, you know.
I've heard people say that, and fortunately I realize what they're talking about. You know?
Oh my God. And that's what I love about international work with people, learning about, you know, things internationally that don't work in one place that work in another. It's like my nephew was working with some guys in South America, and he was talking to them, and they were having a hard time because he didn't speak Spanish that well. And finally he got them to understand it. And he goes, okay. And they go, mm-hmm. And he goes, okay. And the guys went, because this means a-hole. This means... you wouldn't know that now, would you?
Wouldn't know that.
Yeah. There you go, Michelle. Yep. Did you put your stuff in your fanny pack? And so you guys call it, well, you call a backpack a rucksack, right? A rucksack.
Or that one is a bum bag, the one that goes around your waist.
Oh, a bum bag. Okay. All right. That's awesome. See, everybody see what you didn't know, and now you know. Isn't it important? Now you can play a Trivial Pursuit game and win. All right. All from knowing his favorite curse word. Okay, the next question. What gift other than what you currently have, and that can be, doesn't mean it has to be metaphysical or spiritual, it could be any gift, would you like to have?
Sorry, say the question again. What gift?
What gift other than what you already have would you like to have? Like some people have said, I'd like to be a good cook because they aren't.
Oh,
or,
I see.
Yeah, or it could be anything.
I'm going to say this. I really wish I could drive.
You wish you could drive? You don't drive? Oh, my mother never drove for 60 years. Yeah. You tried? Yeah.
Oh, Lord, have I tried.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I just can't do it. There's something about me that just, firstly, I've never been particularly coordinated. I was always falling over as a kid and tripping over things. But the idea of trying to do all of that, and because we have to have manual gear sticks as well.
Yep. Stick shift. Yeah.
Yeah. So I learned. I've had hundreds of lessons.
Oh wow.
I've tried automatic. I've tried manual. I can't do it. I just drift off. I can't focus. I don't trust myself behind the wheel. That's the thing.
My mother didn't either. My father didn't make it easy for Mom because they'd practice in the driveway and he'd yell at her if she did something wrong or, they went like this or whatever, he didn't like it. So she never drove.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is a coordination, especially with the stick shift. Yeah. There really is. You've got to know how to do that right at the right time. So yeah, there's a lot you have. But see, I don't know if I could come over there and visit you and drive because you're on the other side of the road, and I'd probably be all confused,
Well, I had this conversation with Kelly the other day, actually, about that. She was saying exactly the same thing, and we were talking about the way that the car is set up and the brakes and all the pedals are swapped around and stuff like that. And yeah, I can see she said that she does. I'm not remembering talking about it, but also I suppose we have an awful lot of roundabouts in the UK.
Yes. Yep.
Which I know people that aren't used to roundabouts and just used to traffic lights find those a bit difficult. But
yeah, because you have to judge whether the person's coming or going out of the roundabout, and you have to make it work. A lot of people don't know the rules about. I mean, I grew up in New England, so we had them. Yeah, but a lot of people didn't know the rules. No. And anybody inside the roundabout gets priority. And so it makes sense, but that doesn't mean it's easy. Yeah,
it's not easy. They terrify me. Again, that's another reason why I don't drive roundabouts.
All right. Well, Hypnicity says her youngest son is 37 and he doesn't drive either. So you're not alone. Yeah.
But actually, I always kind of think I can get to where I want to be. I live in the town centre. My husband Peter drives, so we've got a car, so we can go away and stuff like that. I live by the train station. We've got a really good bus system.
Oh, so you can jump on the train. Yeah.
So, yeah, it's really not. It's not like.
But it might be fun to just be able to get in the car and go to the store, is what you're pretty much saying, without having to fuss a lot. Yeah. Wow. Oh, I got to share this from Sharon. Hi, Sharon. It's good to see you. Early 1900s, my great-grandmother from UK saw a play where she admired the actress's performance. She said to her daughter, I bet she gets a good screw for that, meaning a good wage, right? Yeah. Thank you, Sharon. That's a good one. I can see. Well, it's like, I remember the first time I heard that I'm going to go pick you up in the morning, so I'm going to come over to your house and knock you up, And here, that means get you pregnant.
Yeah. Yeah, you can get knocked up in several ways.
You get knocked up all the time. All right. We got two more questions. One, what gift that you have do you feel is most annoying, or something you might not want to have?
Oh, gift I've got that's most annoying. Oh, the ability to talk and talk and talk and talk and talk. I never know when to shut up, as you probably noticed.
Oh, no,
But get me going, particularly when I've had a glass of wine or something.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. That's funny because that's what Sherry, Voices from the Swamp, that's what she said. She said,
really?
I never know when to shut up.
No. And I do that thing where I quite often, I'll probably do it in the readings later on. I'll say it and then I'll say it again and then I'll probably mansplain it one more bit, and just like.
And you're not drinking wine right now. I see you drinking something, but
it's tea.
It's tea. Yeah. Okay. Oh, how cute, Gerald. I never want you to shut up, Ritchie. I love it. I know. I love your accent. It's so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Is. Yeah, it really is. All right. The last question, Ritchie. If heaven exists, and we know that it does, what would you like to hear God say to you when you arrive at the pearly gates?
I think I'd like him to say, or them to say, well done, mate. You gave it a good run.
Good. Yep. That's that gave me goosebumps. Valerie Klingbeck said that she used to watch Kung Fu, so she said, well done, grasshopper, which is pretty much what you have said here. Yeah. Well done, mate. I know. Wouldn't that be good, knowing you did a satisfactory life and that you
you kind of went by the rules and you had a good time along the way and it wasn't too painful.
We're happy with things. Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. Sherry, you call it diarrhea of the mouth. You don't have diarrhea of the mouth, Sherry. You're all good. And thank you for posting Ritchie's channel. Ritchie is hoping to get to 600 subscribers before September, and we got a couple of weeks left. So if you can go over and like and subscribe his channel, it's in the chat. That would be fabulous. He is a fabulous person. Yeah. So that's great. So yes, let's do some readings. Anybody got any questions for us today? What's going on? We're going into gosh, we'll be in Virgo season, aren't we? We are in Virgo season, I believe.
Yeah. And Mercury retrograde
Wednesday, right? I think tomorrow. Oh my God, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, Russie. Okay, we'll do that. Sonia said, I'd say in Yoda's voice, rest we must. Oh, hi, Michelle. I got you. We'll do you next. I just saw yours there. Oh, that's great, Carolyn. That's always been your wish too. Virgo starts on the 23rd, and that is tomorrow, and that's also Mercury retrograde. Yep. All right. So, Rossi, let's see what message Spirit has for you. All right. I got some new cards called I Open Myself to Guidance from the Universe. These are pretty. Yeah. Thanks, Sherry. Y'all be sure to like and subscribe to Ritchie's channel. There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ritchie goes and I think Ritchie, when are you going to be on with Gerald this week? No, you're being on with Mark this week.
Mark tomorrow over on his channel, Spirit Whisper, isn't it? His channel.
Yes, he's fabulous. You'll have so much fun.
I'm so looking forward to it. Again, got both phones, so.
Have you seen all his different shirts he has? He has like cats, and then he has one with mermen on it. Yeah, I know. It's funny. All right, Rossi.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you're ready, you can go.
Well, I decided to dig out one of my favorite tarot decks that I haven't used for Lord knows how long. So you have got today my broken mirror. I've got a very bright light on, so it's a bit glossy. So I'll do my best.
Wonderful.
So, then, I've got you two major arcanas. You've got the Wheel of. Oh, let's try and get those.
Oh, beautiful.
The Wheel of Fortune. Look, that's the same eye that you had on the back of your card just now. So you've got the Wheel of Fortune and you have Temperance as well there.
Awesome.
So I'm going to pull you a little oracle card just before we go into that interpretation. And I'm using the Mists of Avalon oracle because, again, something I haven't used for a long time. And
that
this
is
time
such
of
a
year,
good
I like.
book. Have you read the book? Have you read the book?
No, I haven't. Not yet. Well, that's interesting because the key words here are balance and support, and balance is particularly a card to do with temperance, isn't it? So there we go. So let's think about what's happening with our Wheel of Fortune. It's time for a change. It's time. In fact, well, let's face it, the seasons change. You can't do anything about it. You just have to ride the wheel and go with it there. And so the suggestion is that you've got balance that's going on there, is that you don't have to be champing at the bit the whole time to try and be in the lead, to try and be taking the lead, to try and be predicting what's coming up. You can just sit back and enjoy the ride. And that's where that balance is coming in here, because sometimes the wheel does throw up a rocky situation, and sometimes you're best just to coast your way through it, take a deep breath and go with it. The Temperance card is also telling me here, because of the way that it's working, is you've actually got two people pouring water. I'm just going to see if you can focus on that a bit.
God, those are gorgeous, Richie. Yeah.
Oh, this is my favorite deck. You're going to have to pry this out of my cold, dead hands one day. You've got two people pouring water. One person's pouring water into somebody's hands, and their hands is open and the water is pouring out of it. So it's almost like a cleansing that's also going on with that one. So yeah, a message from Spirit. If I'm going to do that, think about doing some cleansing, whether that's to your personal space or whether that's around the house. But be ready for this new cycle to begin. And I got a feeling it's going to be coming up as the seasons change there, because we've got balance and we've got support as well that's going in there.
Wow. Gorgeous. Oh,
thank you.
So I got a fabulous, your wish is coming true. So celebrate your successes. Look at this. She's found her treasure down the bottom of the ocean. And this one's really interesting because you used the word and it was pouring. It says, love, allow it to pour in and out of you. And that's what you just kind of said with the hands and the pour. Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. I love that when that happens.
I love that.
The same kind of card from different decks, it's just amazing. Yeah. Thanks, Frosty.
Thank
you, my dear. All right. So Michelle says, will I have a seamless and fun vacation next month to Las Vegas? I used to live there and thinking about moving back. Well, the only thing I do want to say one thing before we do a reading. If you want to have seamless and fun vacation, then affirm that you will, and you will. But we will read, of course.
Well, I went to Vegas once and I had a wonderful time.
Oh, did you? Okay. It's not one of my favorite places, but I lived in Reno, and Reno is a smaller version, and I just liked it better.
Oh, this is interesting. I'm going to go with that's okay.
Oh, yeah.
I've got the Two of Cups for you. I've got two cards, the Two of Cups here. It's going to be fun because the Two of Cups suggests that whoever you're going to go with, go out and party with, go and enjoy the time with them. Actively spend the time talking to them, being with them. Don't just plug yourself into the Sun Lounger and, read a book. Get involved with people because there's a lot of fun to be had with the Two of Cups there. Who knows? I'm Michelle. I don't know what relationship status you're in, but there's the possibility that you might meet somebody, if that's who you're looking for, who may be important in your life. And I'm not necessarily saying as a partner, but it could be as a friend that stays there. I've also got the Four of Coins for you. Now, bearing in mind we're talking about Vegas, I would suggest, just a hint, don't go mad on the roulette tables. Keep those pennies locked away.
Set a budget, right?
Yep. Yeah, set yourself a budget. Enjoy yourself, but stick to that budget and don't break it.
Yeah, awesome. Well, so I get listen. Somebody's going to try to be talking to you, so you make sure you listen to what they have to say, and that you've got the vision that you need. So if that's where you want to end up, it's in your line of vision, and it's how you feel while you're there. But look at this. I got what Ritchie got. Boundaries. And I think that's the money situation. Just be sure you're careful. You don't want to lose a lot of money. I know that when I go, I said I'm really not a good gambler, but I maybe $20 to $40 is what I'll be willing to let go of. And I always seem to walk out of there with my money after playing for a long, long time. So I think it's fun. It's just fun for me. So
just have some fun. Exactly. I mean, and I get a really good energy that it is going to be a fun and seamless holiday that you're going to have there. And, there's nothing in there to suggest any major hold-ups or anything like that. So have a wonderful time.
Yes. And yes, go to the shows. That's fabulous.
Yeah.
That's a fabulous
That's what I did when I went to Vegas. I probably spent about $5 in total on the tables and spent the rest of my time in sideshows and enjoying the
sideshows. Yeah. I my brother, when he was alive, we would go to Vegas. Now, if he wanted to get money, he would never get any, but he would throw a quarter into a quarter machine, and he'd hit $2,500. But that was when he wasn't like attached to getting any money. Yeah. And I remember him getting a whole bunch of coins and saying, "Here, have some fun." And he hands me like $400 worth of coins. Wow. And I said, "I just want to go cash them in."
I'm the same. I really want to spend them.
I know I could buy this with that, and that would be so much better for me. So
well, actually, I was having a tidy up the other day, doing some of my boxes and stuff, trying to find more homes for tarot decks to live in. And I found some chips from Vegas. Okay. And they weren't worth, but I decided to keep those as a memory rather than cash them in as the.
I get it. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah. All right. So Hypnicity would like a message from Spirit. All right. Let's see what we got here.
Okay. Should I go?
Yes, go right ahead, sir.
I've got you 3 cards here. I've got the White Spring as an oracle card, and it's talking about showing gratitude. And I've also got for you the Death card, and I've got the 10 of Pentacles there with that one there. So it feels like something's obviously come to an end. We'll know, hopefully, that the Death card doesn't mean physical death, but the ending of something. Mm-hmm. So let's not be alarmed by that one there. The 10 of Pentacles would suggest a family connection to do with possible finances or a legacy or something that's kind of tied up with a family possession or something there. Mm. So I think with the idea of gratitude, it's that, think about your ancestors. It doesn't have to be any family that's immediate. And, think about the changes that have happened there or the changes that may be happening, and ground yourself in that understanding of what your family and your ancestors are. What I'm trying to say is, what did your family, your ancestors do to get you where you are now? And that is what needs the gratitude. So I would just say, spend a bit of time reflecting on your family, on your ancestors, do a bit of meditating, perhaps do an offering there, because it's almost like they're crying out for a bit of recognition now.
Wow. Hi, Greg. It's good to see you. Oh, I'm sorry you're going through an emergency. Oh, look at this. She says she's trying to find her Swiss ancestors. There you go.
There we go.
And a lot of people are doing a lot of ancestral cleansing and clearing. Yeah. And so that is important. So, and so, yes, you're getting a different perspective on the family. So I'm seeing that definitely. You're at the top and you're learning about others in the family line. It says here to pray on it, which, meditate, pray, whatever it is that works for you, of course. And they want you to clear your energy. So there's that cleansing again. So, yes. Yeah. But they're recognizing you. They want you to know they're watching you and that they do recognize that you are working with them. So
it's nice to get that shout out, isn't it? And that when you're doing all this work, it's not just
not just for nothing.
Being appreciative. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. So Sharon wonders what September holds for her.
Oh, Sharon.
All right, Sharon. go ahead whenever you're ready.
I'll let you go first because I've pulled 4 cards here. I'm just trying to put them all together.
Fine. All right, Sharon. So look at this beautiful vase. I don't know, however you say it, and it's got the cracks in it. But the Japanese take the cracks and they fill it with gold, and it makes for a beautiful new energy and beauty. And so that's the first thing I thought of. But it says lesson, wisdom through mistakes. So in other words, there are really no mistakes. They're just lessons if we look at them that way. But you have been doing work on that, and maybe we'll continue to do a work. But the good news is, and this is awesome, change, new season of life. So yes, look at the tree, how the tree is going to shed all, and that's what we're coming to. We're coming to the fall. It's going to start shedding its leaves. And I know that you have a relatively new relationship with your lady, and you two are having a ball. So there's your new season of life. It's ahead for you and ready for you to enjoy. How beautiful.
I've got some similar cards. I've got an overarching energy for September of the 3 of Swords for you there. Not always the nicest card to have as an overarching energy. And I'm really sorry you can't see the image on this card quite so well. But there's a character that's wrapped up in red silks, and it's almost like they're being pulled apart. Rather than that heartbreak, it feels like they're being held in place and yet torn apart at the same point. It's like it's stasis. Now, it's interesting what you said about your new season, because I've also got for you as a theme for the month, the Wheel of Fortune. There's your change again there.
Wow, Sharon, that's awesome. Yeah.
Obstacles that are coming up. You've got the 2 of Pentacles. So there, I think it's something to do with finances and perhaps money that's going to be coming up. So the obstacle is possibly having to balance one thing up against the other there. It might be, I often say there's like robbing Peter to pay Paul with the 2 of Pentacles. It's that balancing finances, particularly at the end of the month. And a way of getting over this is you've got the 5 of Coins. Now, I wonder if it's worth having a look at any investments that you've got and making sure that your money is working for you. The 5 of Coins is often a card about feeling like you haven't got much money and the resources are quite limited there. There is always resources. If you think about what the traditional image is of that stained glass window in that church, all those people need to do is knock on that church to get the help and support that they
That's all they have to do, right? Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And they're caught up in their own thoughts. So I would just pay particular attention to finances during this month. But it feels like big changes are afoot and they feel positive.
Awesome. That's awesome. So Sharon was a teacher of young children, first grade, second grade, maybe kindergarten for like years. And she retired a couple of years ago. So she knows the drill, Ritchie. She knows she knows what detention is and other things.
Well, you're fantastic. Anyone that's a teacher has been a teacher.
I know. Aren't we lucky?
I appreciate you so much.
Yeah. We appreciate all teachers. That's right.
Yeah.
All right, Marlene, what's the most exciting thing that will happen to you in the next year? Ooh.
The most exciting thing.
We want it to be something good, not bad.
Yeah.
All right, Marlene. It's good to see you, Marlene. Thanks for being here with us. Oh, this is a riot. Oh, you can't make this up. So I got a soda bottle, Marlene, and the first thing on the list it says is seeking more excitement. And that's exactly what you want to know. It says here you're feeling refreshed, but you're thirsty for something new. And so you want something exciting and new to happen to you. And they know that. And I can't believe I pulled this card. It's like when you have a soda bottle when you were a kid and you shook it up and then you opened it and it sprayed all over the place. That's what you're looking for, sort of. And that's looking for you. But they're telling you need to cut something out or separate or let go of something. And that might be any limitation. It could be any limitation you might be imposing on it. Don't worry about how you'll get it. Just ask for it and let it come to you in whatever fashion that it's supposed to. It might be a little bit puzzling to you. I get the puzzle piece, but the pieces of a puzzle all fit together to make the whole. So whatever this is, might be a lot of fun to wait and anticipate, because it will all come down to all the way the pieces fit together. Wow.
Lovely. Okay, I pulled you 3 cards, Marlene. We've got the 4 of Wands. I'm going to say that this is a card of welcoming in. Again, you can't see the characters on this card are so small, but you might just be able to make out somebody's going, come in, come in, come in and bring your party on. Because the 4 of Wands is often about a celebration to do with the family or a party or something that's going on there. Then I've got 2 marvelous cards for you, and this is exciting because I think this is going to be strong next year. You've got the Magician and you've got the Queen of Swords. To be honest with you, Marlene, you can't get 2 stronger characters in the tarot deck, because the Magician is about you coming into your own, because you've been working on it, you've been channeling it, you've been doing it. Next year is when it all starts to fall into place, and my goodness, once it does fall into place, the Queen of Swords comes into play there. And the Queen of Swords is not going to take prisoners lightly. That's how I think of the Queen of Swords. She's sharp, she's chiseled, she knows what she wants. So once you've refined these wonderful powers that you're manifesting and bringing in, you're going to hone them, you're going to be able to dish it out, and you're going to be getting quite a respect from the people around you by this change that has magically happened. So it's a really important year, and it feels a really strong, powerful year. So I'm going to wish you all the best on that one there, and just remember the Queen of Swords, she doesn't take fools.
Wow. What a great reading, Marlene. Yes. And it's almost like it wants to surprise you. It's like when you find the perfect Christmas gift or birthday gift for somebody, and you can't wait, and you have to wait for that birthday to come around or Christmas to come around and to see their face. Yeah, you're welcome, honey. Yeah, that's awesome. All right. So, KK, a message from Spirit. So I said, Ritchie, KK has animal communication powers. She's got a beautiful horse there in her picture. And I think she just loves, she's like the horse whisperer.
Oh.
Yes, it is. Yeah, Gina says your accent and voice is lovely. I agree. I could sit here and listen to them all day, actually.
Oh, that's very kind. I think I've got an awful voice, and I haven't got much of an accent, I have to be honest.
No, you do for us.
It's all watered down slightly London-esque.
Well, Gina lives over there in the UK now, but she's American. And if she likes it, then you know she's listening to a lot of different accents over there.
She is.
All right. So I have the first card I have for you, KK, is a male. Some male energy coming in. A man might play a role in what's coming in for you. Or you might have a male guide working very closely with you. You have life and growth because you have the tree. I love the tree because the tree has leaves. Leaves can represent money and can represent other things, but it also represents being grounded and being stable in what it is that you're doing. And you have fertility for whatever it is that you're interested in doing, whatever new gift you have or whatever you were working on. You have a new life emerging, and change is around the corner. So there you go.
Lovely. I've got a sense here that somebody's going to be coming to you, KK, for help, because I've got in your position the Magician again, and this time the Queen of Pentacles there. So rather than that energy that we were talking about earlier about manifesting it, it's a much more gentle, nurturing, almost maternal energy that the Queen of Pentacles is giving out there. And she just wants to see everything happy and everything lovely, and she will do everything in her power. That's what the Magician is talking about, for that to happen. Now the person, I say somebody's going to to be coming into your life or is currently in it and needing some help, is you've also got the Page of Cups. And this is suggesting, and I just got the sense of somebody coming in who's going to need advice about their emotions or their mental health, or perhaps to do with a relationship. And I think that you at the moment are in a really strong position to be passing on the advice of the Queen of Pentacles there. I've also got for you, I pulled another card, and we've got the White Spring again. And it's about energy. And again, it's about cleansing that's going on there. So I can just see that you are going to be in this wonderful position to impart knowledge to help this individual grow and mature.
Great readings today, people.
You
guys are in the right place at the right time with the right deck in his cold dead hand. All right. All right. Here we go. We got Sonia and Carolyn. You'll be last, unless there's anybody else I missed. Carolyn, you're the next one after Sonia. Let me know if I missed anybody, please.
I'm just reading Shari's point.
No, that's
American
all right.
You sound very British.
Yes, you do. Yeah. It's funny because I'm, I have the Boston accent where we park our car, and because that's where I'm from originally. And I don't hear it, but other people have said, oh my God, and when I was with my brother, I was always, hey, you guys want a beer? You want a beer? Hi, Debbie. Hi, Debbie. Yeah. Oh, wow. All right. Whoops. So I for some reason, don't have her message from guides and spirits about September. All right.
Okay. Right. I'm going to go this time. If that's
you go right ahead.
I've got some beautiful cards. We're back to where we were at the beginning with that Temperance card coming up again. Come on, to try and focus it on. But paired with that, we've got the loveliest card in the major arcana. The Star card is in there as well. It's just a lovely time there, Sonia. You've got hope, you've got the pleasure, the Star card. I prefer the Star card over the Sun card because it talks more about hopes and dreams being fulfilled. I'm just going to remove my cat off the table, who's just Basil likes to join in a read. It's very good.
Basil! Oh my
Basil
God!
comes to join in there, so he's adding his own energy into it. Look at his little face staring.
That's
there.
awesome. That's awesome.
So just to get back to it before I was interrupted, you got the Star card. So it's a card of whatever you're turning your thoughts to. Aim high, because it can happen. And you've got the Temperance card in there to say, again, what you do is going to be okay. Don't go hell for leather over this one. Take it gently, take it calmly, but make your dreams, set your intentions, because you can manifest them right now.
Awesome. Cards anointed by Basil.
Exactly.
Wiki says she's going to catch you on Mark's show later. That's great. Yes, Wednesday he'll be on Mark's show. So there you go. Thank you, Sonia. All right, Carolyn Booker. Can I have a message? Oh, wait a minute. I didn't read. Did I? Sorry, Sonia.
That's what happens when the cat joins in.
Before we get to Carolyn, I have to finish your reading. I get here that I get the Wi-Fi. The Wi-Fi is social networking or expanding your presence on social media, but it also could be the community here in YouTube that because you belong to us here. So you're getting something from that, and it's saying that you want to just be sure that you don't have somebody talking about you. I don't know where. I'm not sure if it's online or not, but we have that happen sometimes, and it's not great, but looks like you want something easy. You want convenience, and you want something to work out for you in a fast way so that you can enjoy whatever it is that you're doing. So there you go. My apologies. And now my dog is barking at the door. So Basil got the dogs all going. I'm just going to go get him.
He's going to go and have a drink of water, so that's okay.
know you don't like it when I leave you out there. All right.
All the animals are getting involved.
I know. You just be a good girl. Say hello, everybody, and then you can go lay down.
Hello.
She's out there fussing at me. All right. There we go. All right. Let's see. You can go ahead if you have it, Rich.
I'm still shuffling, actually.
All right. That's fine. That's fine. I have to get myself shuffled. So sorry. These animals, you know.
It's these animals' energy suddenly taken over.
Uh-huh.
Basil's really funny. He will always try and join in by jumping on the table here.
Kelly's cats do that all the time, and several others do that I've
I don't
seen.
mind, but he likes to kind of sniff and lick the microphone so it doesn't sound.
Oh no, that's funny. Oh Lord. He doesn't get that. If he licks it and it's got a short in it, he's going to have a problem. Then you'll have to have 9 lives, you know.
Yeah, he's got to have a drink of water now. He's over in the corner there.
Oh, okay. All right, Carolyn. So the first message I got is they're wanting you to make sure that you keep track of the dreams that you're having, because your guides and angels are giving you some information that is very useful to you, or you're getting some downloads from, and the dreams are a place to look. A lot of people say they can't remember their dreams and blah, blah, blah. And I understand. But even if you can get a snippet of your dreams, it says, you need to take a look at that. And then it says, have courage. Leo's on its way out. We're going into Virgo, but there's a lion there. It says, take heart and have courage as you look in. And it says that you're going to overcome some obstacles that you've been having, some things that may have slowed down for you that you'd like to have that change done. So it looks to me as though maybe your dreams will help you with that. Your dreams and a bit of courage will help you overcome obstacles. There you go.
Okay, I have for you. Firstly, I pulled the card of Bridget. So the radiance of this card is just wonderful. I love her hair all on flames out there as well. It's radiance, it's birth, it's passion, it's regeneration. So let's remember that one. And regeneration, I think, is really important because I pulled the 4 of Swords for you here. Awesome. Now, normally this card suggests like a grave or someone, resting on a bed. But this is actually much more kind of being supported. Again, I apologize, you can't see. But this person is a bit like, those circus performers that have silks that come down and they do all the acting.
Yeah. And they twirl them around. Yeah.
Almost got that sense of almost like hammock-like with this resting here. Beautiful. And that this person here is, although asleep, but still paying attention to what's going on. So there's a message here. Take some time to rest, but don't switch off precisely. A bit like a cat, make sure you've always got one ear open when you're asleep there for that one there. I've also got the King of Coins for you. Now, this is, I think, a direct message for you, Carolyn. And I think it's about nature and trying to get out in nature and enjoy what is the rest of this summer. And I'm assuming you're in the Northern Hemisphere here. Go out and get some sunlight. Go and start celebrating that movement into autumn or the fall there, because I think that's a really powerful time for you, because that's a grounding time, and from it you're going to expand into the next season, because the king is about having mastered it all. So once you have rested, once you have been outside, you're going to start to master and bring in this power of Bridget with this radiance, and there's a glow to it. I can see it as an autumn glow appearing.
Look at that. Yes. Oh, wow. That's awesome. Well, Carolyn, I hope you're still here. I'm not sure you are, but I hope you're still here. And that was a great reading for you. Gosh, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for posting that your readings. We're glad we were able to answer all of them today.
It's always very kind when people come forward for a reading.
Absolutely is.
It's very kind. And I feel very honored when people ask for a reading. It's
like they entrust you with their themselves. And so I agree with you 100%. And it's always nice to have a reader that you don't see all the time, which is you. And what a beautiful deck of cards you had, and what beautiful readings. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. So everybody, thank you for being here with us today. Thank you, Mr. Ritchie, and come back and see me again, please.
Certainly will.
Okay. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.